What do you think is the greatest treasure in the world? Is it gold, fame, or power? Well, how about an eye that sees all? Meet the legendary hero Gilgamesh. He's already got it all: good looks, strength, courage. What else could he possibly want? Well, how about immortality? But to get it, he must find the secret of the gods and learn where the sun sleeps by night. To do this, he will have to go on a quest across oceans, through the wilderness, and into the underworld itself. And to help him on his quest, he will need your help. Ready for adventure? Then let us begin. This is the first episode of the Great Eye Quest. When we last saw our hero, Gilgamesh, he had just defeated the monster Humbaba and ripped its magical Sadarwood to make a funeral pyre for his friend Enkidu, who had died after angering the gods. Now, Gilgamesh isn't one to mope, so he's determined to keep moving forward. But his journey takes an unexpected turn when he meets a mysterious woman by the river. Turns out she's the goddess Ninsun, and she's on a mission herself. She needs to stop the bull of heaven from trampling everyone in its path. But there's a catch. To calm the beast, she needs to collect 3 precious stones from across the land, and she wants Gilgamesh to help her. Thinking it'll be an easy task, he agrees without hesitation. That is until he hears where they're going. First up, they need to venture into the mountainous territory of the sun god Shamash. From there, they'll sail over the ocean to the cedar forest where the north wind god Aluyankas blows. Finally, they'll travel to the underworld where Ereshkigal, the queen of the dead, resides. Oh boy! But before they set off, Ninsun has a present for Gilgamesh. It's a pair of special sandals that will protect his feet from any harm. As they climb onto the back of a giant eagle for their first leg of the journey, Gilgamesh tucks his sandals away. After all, he doesn't need them for the next part of the trip. That's right. They've arrived at the home of Ilianika. And to get past his prickly bushes, Gilgamesh is gonna have to do some serious bargaining. What does Ilianika want in exchange for helping them? A special song only Gilgamesh can sing. No problem. Our hero launches into a passionate ballad about 2 lovers who are separated by death, which happens to be the god and goddess's favorite topic. And it works. Ileana opens up and tells them that the only way to reach Ereshkigal is to travel down the river of no return. But don't worry, she'll give them a boat. So they say their goodbyes and jump aboard. Now, let's meet our next character, Utnapishtim, also known as Devano, the one who stayed alive during the Great Flood. He's currently hanging out on top of Mount Naimash, keeping an eye on things. But even though he's chillin', he's still a little salty about being the only human to survive the flood. But that's all about to change because here come Gilgamesh and Ninsun. And they don't waste any time asking Utnapishtim for help. Of course, he refuses at first. But then they remind him of a promise the gods made to him after the flood, that they would grant him 1 wish. Well, guess what? It's time to cash in that wish. Utnapishtim asks for immortality, but the gods have other plans. They tell him that immortality is reserved for the gods alone, but they can offer him something better: eternal youth. Then they give him the secret to becoming ageless. He must drink water from the well of life, which happens to be guarded by a dragon. Don't worry, they'll point him in the right direction. Just follow the road where 7 bends make one. And that's exactly what Utnapishtim does. Meanwhile, back with Gilgamesh and Ninsun, their boat is about to arrive at the underworld. But before they can disembark, the goddess Ishtar jumps in. Why? Because she hasn't finished business with our hero. Remember how Gilgamesh rejected her advances back in episode 2? Yeah, well, she's not letting that slide. Ishtar unleashes all her godly powers, creating monsters, sending poisonous snakes, trying everything to scare him off. But our hero stands his ground. That's when the goddess pulls out her ultimate weapon, the Bull of Heaven. Do you remember it? The same bull that was sent to punish Gilgamesh for killing Humbaba. This must be a sign. There's no way he's getting past this. Or is there? Suddenly, Enkidu appears and joins the fight. Together, the friends take down the bull, and afterwards, Enkidu disappears just as quickly as he came. Guess that's a Gilgamesh reunion special. And now finally, it's time to meet with Ereshkigal, the queen of the underworld. But first, a quick pit stop at the House of Mysteries. Here, a mystical old man named Siduri warns Gilgamesh that if he goes any further, there's no coming back. In fact, no one has ever returned from the underworld. Are you sure you want to continue? Well, despite the danger, Gilgamesh isn't backing down. In fact, he's feeling pretty confident. That's because he took some advice from Siduri and drank a special beer that gives him superhuman strength. And now he's ready to face whatever challenges the underworld throws at him. But hold on. Before Gilgamesh can take his first step into hell, Siduri calls out to him. What's up? Well, she's got some news. Apparently, Hetzel, the ferryman who's supposed to take him across the river of no return, has gone missing. Without a guide, there's no way he could get across. Or is there? That's when Siduri reveals that there's another option, a magical flower that grows on the far side of the river. If he can pluck it, the flower will carry him safely to the other side. But it's not so easy. You see, the flower only blooms for 6 days, and it's guarded by dangerous creatures. Plus, if he gets bitten by a scorpion along the way, the poison will kill him instantly. Does Gilgamesh stand a chance? We're about to find out. His first challenge is to fight a giant scorpion, but luckily, he's got a trick up his sleeve. Remember those sandals Ninsen gave him at the beginning of the episode? Well, he slipped them on before he started his journey. And thanks to their magical powers, the scorpion's stinger bounces harmlessly off him. Next up, he has to deal with a hungry lion. But our hero is prepared for this, too. Thanks to his beer, Gilgamesh is super strong and he knocks the lion out cold. That leaves only one challenge, actually plucking the flower. But it's not as easy as it looks. At first, Gilgamesh thinks he's got it, but just as he reaches out to grab it, a snake swoops in and steals it. Can you believe it? But our hero isn't giving up. He chases after the snake and eventually corners it. And that's when he notices something strange. The snake's tail is split into two, meaning it can escape through one exit while stashing the flower in the other. So Gilgamesh does the only thing he can do. He blocks both exits and fights the snake until it gives up. Finally, he grabs the flower and tucks it under his cloak. Mission accomplished. Now he can cross the river and finally meet with Ereshkigal. But wait, don't get too excited just yet. This is just the beginning of Gilgamesh's troubles. Will he make it out of the underworld alive? Find out next time on the Epic Tales of Gilgamesh. Thanks for joining us today. Did you enjoy this episode? Then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more epic tales. And hey, if you want to be the first to know when new episodes drop, hit the bell icon so you never miss an adventure. See you next time.